Hi, my name's Jimmy Hutchinson, and I'm a junior at Lancaster Bible College. But my story didn't start at Lancaster Bible College. It started many years before. I grew up, and my dad was a youth pastor of sorts. He didn't get paid for it, but he was very heavily influential in our youth ministry. I felt like all the answers that I had were kind of through him, and I didn't need to figure anything else out for myself. And so during my junior or senior year, I attended Summit Ministries out in Colorado. For those of you who don't know, is 2 weeks of just intense lectures and also just times of building community with other Christians. What Summit did was really build a foundation that kind of echoed through the rest of my life up until this day. Through difficult questions like, who am I? Where do I fit in? Or how am I unique? And not only were we in lectures of hearing answers to these questions, but we also got to see firsthand of people who had experienced life and walked in a manner that was honoring to God and where they are now and sharing that wisdom with us. How it's really like turning on a fire hydrant and sticking your face up to it and just being overwhelmed with information. So after a couple years, I ended up coming out of high school and just really wondering where now and what could I do now? And I stumbled upon One Life Institute. And so this hunger that I had to learn more while I was in One Life, they really just kind of poured out more of what it looks like to not only have these answers, but also to walk in a manner that is obedient to God and is honoring to God. And so while attending One Life, this foundation that Summit had kind of built was built even more so in One Life, and learning how to apply this knowledge that I had and really come to think for myself and understand for myself of what the Christian life is, and understanding how that applies to me, where my identity is in Christ, and how do I fit in a Christian community and in this world, and how am I unique within a group of people who really just love God as well. And One Life and Summit gave me these little bits of information, these answers, but not the full effect of it. And so I got the blessing now of having this framework and building blocks to really seek out more and more information in this walk of life that I'm in now. And so Summit and One Life really gave me answers to questions and kind of fed my hunger. But the cool thing about God is that we always have this hunger for more. So Summit and One Life, I like to explain by using this analogy. You're sitting at home and a family member comes home with a takeout box from a restaurant that you've never been to. And so you open it and you take a little bite of it and you're like, wow, that was so good. Like, I want more of that. Where is that from? And so you find out where it's from, and so you put that in your back pocket and you're like, I'm gonna go there someday to experience the fullness of it or find out more about it. And so time passes and you're driving down the road one day and you see the restaurant and you're like, oh my goodness, like that's the place of where that food was that I want more of. That little bit that was so good, like now I get to have the fullness of what it is. And so you pull in and you're so excited and you sit down and you get to experience that fullness of a meal, not just that little bit, but you get to have more of what it is. And so that's what Summit and One Life really are. That Summit gives you this 2-week fire hydrant of information, and you just don't know what to do with it. And working through that, and then One Life coming alongside me and just kind of building more so onto that and helping me to work even more so into those questions and get the fullness of what it is, and how now I get to experience life and walk forward in my own process of sanctification and learning more of who I am, where my identity is, how am I unique, and where I fit in this world. And that was really kind of built on who I am today through Summit and One Life. I would encourage students to really consider either attending One Life or Summit, or both like me, and really just get a feel of and a feeling of what the Christian life is and who God is, and answer these questions you may have, and also build a framework to who you're going to be the rest of your life, because how important that is in your life. I'm Jimmy Hutchinson, and I approve this message.